Hi everyone, it's Matt. I'm going to take you through looking at the e-learning environment here. This is the program often referred to as D2L because it's written by a company called Desire to Learn, and we often refer to this type of a program as an LMS, learning management system. So if you hear me use either D2L or LMS, I'm really just referring to the program that we're working in. So this is the startup screen. You'll see up top, probably the most important thing to you is select a course. And on here you'll see any courses you've had probably for the last 2 years. You might notice, I don't know how well it shows up, I have a few up here that are pinned and that are sort of highlighted. What I've done basically is just when I go down my list of courses, I have quite a number that I've had, and the ones that I'm currently using, basically just click the pin on the side, and anything that's pinned goes automatically to the top of the list, so it's easier for me to find the courses that I want to work with. So if you want to, you can pin the course that you're working with. Once you've chosen the course, you'll see a slight change here. Mostly your third column will have gone to content browser from whatever it was. Just a quick note, if you happen to have your arrow here facing to the right, you might not see anything below it. Clicking on that opens the box. Essentially, these are all dropped boxes and can be opened and closed just by clicking on that arrow. In particular, the news box I find tends to get pretty large when you're using this environment a lot, and so closing it up to expose whatever's below it's not a bad idea. It is important to see, of course, so the students have to be able to open and close them regularly. So first thing we want to do probably is kind of get our class started here. At this point there's nobody in the class, at least most likely. If you click on class list, we get to a screen here. It says add participants, and it's pretty easy to do. Click on the button add existing users, and then we're looking for specific users here. Actually, if you just click the search button, it should basically just bring me up all the students, actually in the entire board it looks like, who have accounts. Now obviously that's not the perfect situation, but you can sort by last name and then kind of go through and choose your own students as well. So Carter Abraham's in my class, Caleb Ackland's in my class, Kim Adair of course is in my class, and once you if you click enroll selected users, you'll see that you have to assign them a role first. And so as you choose the student, you choose to create the account as a student account and assign them to your classroom, select and enroll selected students, and then the next page will ask you to confirm it basically. I can't do that because these aren't really my students. Second thing, in order to get the class up and running, and this one's a bit tougher, click on edit course and then course offering information, and basically course is active. So if we scroll down a little bit here, at this point this course is not active, which means that students who are enrolled in the class wouldn't be able to see it. Click course is active, save, and then the course becomes active, and if you are using it with a class, then the students will be able to actually see the material and access it. Until that's done, the course is not active, and of course the students can't see the information. Your main area of interest probably for now is the content browser. I'm not going to go through it too extensively, but basically you can see how the courses are all set up by unit. If you go into any individual unit, you get a further breakdown. A1, A2 basically stands for, it's not assignment, it's activity. And of interest to you right now probably is what the student actually sees. When he or she goes in, you'll notice they only see the activity themselves. They don't see all those other things that you saw. So again, as a teacher, I have expectations content, multiple pages of content here. The reason I need those is because I want to be able to access any individual page and potentially edit it. So after I click on content, I can edit what the content is and basically just realize that, are you concerned about the deteriorating? Oh, that's not supposed to be deteriorating. It's supposed to be whatever the magic word is. I can then publish my changes. I can save the changes and just have it remain open so I can continue to work on it. Or I can, in this case, cancel because I made a mistake and I don't want that to show up. Okay, so sort of going back there again, I can click on the actual name. I could use the back button, of course, as well. I see each individual page. The assignment page is there, expectations page, but when the students go in, they just see things as a single activity, and when they click on that activity, they of course don't have the option to edit it. First of all, if they click on that down arrow, they don't get the edit option, and they have an overview initially of the core of the activity. They can click on the expectations. I'm told the expectations are going to be removed in the updates to the courses and replaced with success criteria and learning goals. For now, this is what it says though. And then of course, the intent here is that the student would look at the content, read through it. Often there'll be examples, and then there's sort of a question and answer. And this, again, this is sort of the math setup. I assume the others are fairly similar. And then the student has asked a question. He or she can click on the answer and see the answer and return back to where they were. Go through the material, and at the end of the material, sometimes a practice exercise, move on to the next bit of content, and of course eventually, oh, this is an interesting one. Yeah, something I find happens a lot, just sort of so that you're ready for it, is the first page of content is often longer than subsequent pages, or the first couple are longer than the third. And when you go to the bottom of the page and click next, it seems to take you to about the same distance down the page on the subsequent page. And so if I scroll up here, I do find that I didn't have I didn't have a blank white page. What I have is just sort of a shorter page here, so I was down below all the actual content. And so once a student's gone through the content, they can click on the assignment, and this is the actual work for the day. It doesn't have to be an actual assignment for marks, of course. It can be, this is just your class assignment. This is your regular work for today. In this case, here's some practice questions. Click on the answers, and you can verify that you've got all the answers correct. This is obviously not intended to be one that would be handed in. So I'm going to stop there for this first one, and we'll get into some specifics in subsequent videos.